In the project, you want to make sure you have all the materials. Alright? You have a few sample mouths. You have the body. You have the tongue, a Venn diagram, the legs, a big mouth here, 2 sets of eyes, and 2 claws. Alright? Cuando ustedes están empezando este proyecto, quiere chequear que tiene todas las materiales que necesitan. Okay? Alright. No vamos a usar esta página ahorita. En un momento ustedes pueden cortar esta página. O cuando tienes tiempo libre, ustedes pueden cortar este. Tehi, if there's ever a time you have free time, you can cut this sheet out right here. Okay? But don't destroy it. I will explain it in a little bit. Same with this. I need you to cut out this big mouth. Just cut out this big mouth. On your own, ustedes pueden cortar esta boca separada también. Preste mucha atención cuando están cortándolo. Don't cut out these legs. I made a mistake, and you want to make sure you draw. You can't really see it, but you draw the outline of it, and I'm going to do that when I make more copies. This is a good example. So then on one side, you have the answers. On the other side, it still looks like crab legs. Right now, as a class, I'm going to show you guys essentially what we're doing. Let's get out this Venn diagram. Okay, everybody get out this Venn diagram. Quiero para cada persona. Abre esta página aquí. Vamos a hacer junto. We're going to do it together. So remember, we're talking about the legislative branch, okay? Legislative branch. And you guys might remember, we did this in one of our passport activities. But on one side, let me make sure I got it correct. We have state. We have federal. And here in the middle, we have both. Vamos a hacer este proyecto un Venn diagram comparación de la rama legislativa del nivel del estado y federal y las cosas de ambos. Ahí mismo. Ahí. Y ahorita, esta es nuestra selección. This is our word bank. Nuestro banco de palabras. Ustedes necesitan cortar usando sus tijeras. You need to cut out these different ones. You guys can follow me along. And we're going to place them in the correct category. Okay? So that's why I have these lines set up for you. Okay, so, and essentially, we are going to glue these in the correct order. Now, class, who can tell me who has the power to declare war? A state legislative branch like Virginia or the federal? What is it? Federal. Good. So we're going to glue that there. Who has the power to regulate citizenship? El proceso de yendo un ciudadano. ¿Quién tiene el poder? state or federal?
State.
You think state does? Anybody else? That's the federal government. The federal government has that power. And as you cut these different ones out, who can make state laws for the state of Virginia? State or federal? State. Let's look at this one. Who is filled with representatives of the people? Is this state, federal, or both? Who has representatives? You're correct, both. Helps divide state money for transportation and school purposes. Remember, who helps run schools, the state or the federal? State. What has two parts? Both state or federal? What has two parts? The legislative branch. Do you guys remember this? One's called Congress, one's called the General Assembly. And which one has two parts? Dilsey, can you say it louder? Both. Ambos. And I don't have a lot of glue because we ran out, school ran out. But there's only a little glue, and Jocelyn is going to help me out. Sorry, Jocelyn, for always calling on you. Because I need to make sure you glue these answers in the correct spot using the glue sticks. And it's over there in that orange box. All right. We're almost there. Who can impeach the governor? A governor. Is that a state level, both, or federal? Is that a federal? Is that what you guys think? Well, the governor is the leader of the state, in our case, the state of Virginia. Who makes federal laws? Does the state of Virginia make federal laws? Who? Both? Who? Federal. And we just got a few more. Trying to fill it in. Can impeach the president. Kind of just like can impeach the governor. We know that's a federal. Can write laws for the entire country. Oh, we're going to try to squeeze this in. Right there. And deals with state traffic laws. The answer is in there, and that's state. So take a second and glue those in. I also have some double-sided tape, which I can get out to help you. Este tiro cuesta mucho. Yo lo pagué para este tiro, pero es con doble. Right? Usted puede usar este también. Si no tiene pega, solo tiene pega. And I'll show you how to use this double-sided tape.
Oh my goodness.
If you put the double-sided tape like that,
medio cuando pudiste solo con dos. Demasiado.
¿Dónde lo para pegar? En ella, si cortaste eso.
you can see I can use the double-sided tape to make that section right there. And I'm going to do the same thing here.
Hey, bro.
So I just put a strip down. Just like that. Just a small strip. That's all I need. Put it right there. Straight down. Make state laws. Help divides money. Can impeach the governor. Deals with traffic. Alright, now because I have some stickiness there, I'm going to do a little trick. And I want to make sure this thing stays on. Okay? So I'm actually going to put some tape over it, just so it doesn't fall off. Does that make sense? I don't want it to fall off. And who can tell me, legislative branch, was that Article 1, 2, or 3? Which article? Tehi, can you say it louder? 1, Article 1. And now that we have the Venn diagram complete, we're going to cut this out. You don't need the title because the title will be written throughout the project. So there it is. We're going to put this to the side. And you still have the tongue right here. I'll give you guys a second to catch up. I'll walk around and help you guys. Mira. Dame esa tijera. Solamente tiene uno. Hombre, hay mucho.
No hay.
Rápidamente en este proceso, porque de mi cupo yo empecé muy lento. ¿Entiendes? Y mira, todo este espacio necesitas. ¿Okay? ¿Quién puede impeach al presidente?
No.
Es más fácil, ¿sí? Ah, 200. Y después puedes poner este tipo de tierra, cúbrelo.
No, esta va a ser.
Este va primero, ¿no?
¿Dónde carga?
Más.
Aquí, pero en este lado.
¿Tienes el tiro doble?
Tijera, pisado.
Sí, lo que... Y no ya tendrá. Está bien.
¿Viste? Ahí está, mira. Ahí el 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hey, brother, ¿de quién es ese? Dame un cachito, porque me equivoqué. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
And you guys who are using double-sided tape, remember.
¿Vos estudiaste en la West? ¿Estudiaste en la West?
¿Aquí?
¿La West? ¿Vos estás? ¿La escuela? ¿La ahí te vi? ¿Conociste a...?
Oh, no, no estaba yo.
¿Ah?
No estaba yo.
No, estaba.
All right. Now that we're back. I want everybody to. You can use a black pen. That's fine.
Sí, no, bueno.
I don't know why.
¿Te metieron?
I'm gonna use a marker.
¿La metieron?
You don't necessarily need to write the title using a marker, but this is where the title is gonna be. En español, este es el lugar para el título. Porque cuando el Congreso abra su boca, el título, ¿ok? Ustedes pueden leer el título.
¿Qué?
So, el título es muy fácil, hay dos líneas. En inglés es article. Uno. Legislative branch. And now I can cut the tongue out too. Y ahorita puedo cortar la lengua. You need a little bit of this, so keep this. Queda esta parte. Don't cut out all of it. You will need some of it. I'll show you why. Man, these scissors are not working. And here in this little corner, because I had to make this tongue, you could kind of just round it if you want. Corta la esquina un poquito porque es más suave esta esquina. Pues corta como este o un poquito como un círculo. Es un poquito más suave. Estoy haciendo este video también porque cuando Arguete es ausente, ¿él va a recibir un 0? No. Lo puede hacer en su casa si quiere. Alright. So there's the tongue. And there's the Venn diagram. That's what we've done so far. Let's put those to the side. I need you to decide which little mouth will you use. I gave you tons of options. Tons of options. I'm going to use this one. And there's no one that's correct.
Aquí va a poner el mismo tema que pone. ¿Qué hago más? ¿Por qué?
And that's the little mouth I'm going to use. The other ones you could put on to the side so the rest of your classmates can use them. So, that's the third thing that we've made. Now, this is a little complicated. Let's see. You can see from the notes, this side, on the right, what does it say? What does it say? ¿Quién puede leer este en inglés? Este lado a la derecha. Repiten después de mí. Federal Congress. Federal Congress. Virginia General Assembly.
Virginia.
So now, I want you to take your black pen, and as the directions mention, I want you to write it here. Write Federal Congress here. Now, because I'm using a demonstration one, I'm going to get out a marker. Or black color pencil. And I have to remember, this side is all Federal Congress. This side is Virginia General Assembly. So, Federal, and I want people to be able to see it. Right? Oscuro es mejor porque quiero para que todas las personas puedan leer este.
¿Viste?
Solo tu
Tiene otro papel de eso.
Córtelo.
Otra vez.
Estoy preocupado con usted.
Hey, mister, I need this thing.
Ayude eso.
No, es que para esto me quedó muy seguido.
Pon ese porque es más suave. No quiero tocar. Venga.
Ya la cagamos.
Corta esa cosa. Como
Ya
yo.
me va a quedar triste. Hey, mister. The take. The big one.
So, I'm actually using a Sharpie. I'm going to switch over to Sharpie so it's just a little nicer. Federal Congress. On this side, what do we write? What do you write on the left side, Odonias? Can you say it a little louder? Virginia? Good job. Virginia General Assembly. That's a lot of words. Remember, we have to stop about right there. Okay? So,
Ya, se echa el que te va a decir.
and because I'm a little bit ahead of you guys, I will say I'm just going to cut out this mouth, the black one, because I'm just trying to speed things up a bit.
Quieren ver una boca. Bueno, lo primero.
Okay, so there's the mouth. We're going to cut out both eyes. Follow me. Be careful as you're going through.
Todo, doctor.
Como la moto vacía.
One set of eyes. The second set of eyes is right here. And the claws. How do you say claws in Spanish? Anybody know? ¿Cómo se dice estos en español?
Mano. Tenaja.
What is it? Tenaja?
Tenaja.
It sounded like tentacles. We'll call it manos.
Y esto lo coloca aquí. Y la lengua también la toca.
And you could change up these diagonals so it's easier. There's a good one right there. And the final one. George, are you ready? You cut everything out? Marlon, can you walk around, Marlon, and just make sure everybody's okay, moving along? You seem caught up. Thanks, Marlon.
Lo estoy viendo ahorita. Está trabajando y no te voy a meter a detención.
Now for this, the shell, I just need you to just, it's very simple. I don't think it's a perfect circle, but cut it out, following the line. And then I'm going to wait for you guys because I need everybody to be on the same page before we move. Thank you, Marlon.
Ya lo metí back. Ya está.
So over here, I provided a line in the middle. You can fold it back like this so you know exactly where the line is. You don't want to mess up like that. You want to be able to fold it directly in the middle. You want to crease it well. Now, this is where it gets a little tricky. You see that line right there?
Y esta cámara. Mira, ¿cómo vamos a hacer esto?
In a fold right there. We're going to provide some tape. You know what? And if being 3D is too tough, you could just glue it. You could just glue the eyes straight on like this. If you want, you can just do that. Remember, this is the bottom. You guys are acting very, very good. Thank you guys. I'm gonna get out my small mouth that I picked. I don't know why I picked this one. I just looked for one that went well. See that double-sided tape? I'll tiro allá. Thank you. And because we ran out of glue, I'm just going to use a small piece of double-sided tape. Very, very small. Put it here. Okay, and that really adds character. So now you know what we're working on. So there's going to be my crab. Now, this is where it gets a little complicated, so I want to wait for you guys, but I also know we have to move through class. So I'm going to keep going, and remember this video is here for you.
Esto no lo hemos cortado.
You see where we put the eyes? About that same area. Cut a tab. And cut a tab. Now, I haven't done this before, so I might need a little more space. Just a little more. But these eyes should fit right about in the middle. Remember, it doesn't have to be perfect. Okay? When I open this, I'm trying to make this thing three-dimensional. When it opens its mouth, did I mess up? Did I mess up? Hey, anybody got some double-sided tape that these guys can help use? Yeah, I'll show you in a second. I'm just trying to move along. This on the back here. I'm trying to get it. I may have messed up, but I'm trying to get it so when it opens its mouth, it looks like that. Let me use a sample sheet. Let's see. So, do you see that? When you see this, I'm going to show you an example. When you have a cut like that, you can make this three-dimensional. So when you open it up, it makes it like a chair. Si ustedes pueden cortar este en el mismo espacio de los ojos, es como haciendo una silla. Voy a doblar aquí en la mitad. Ustedes pueden, ok, más o menos. Ustedes necesitan ir a la misma. Pero ahorita voy a hacer una silla. Sí, sí. Al lado a la izquierda es un poquito mejor, pienso. Alright. I have this here. I have the eyes here. Where did I? And then, this is the last piece of double-sided tape I have. This is kind of the tough part. And you see, right now, I don't know if it's because I fold it a little bit incorrectly. But I'm going to end up cutting off some of this, so I have to round it so it still looks good. And this is my fault. I guess I made that copy too big, or maybe I misfolded it. Thought I measured it out all correctly. It looks like a nice guy right there. Maybe his tongue could be folded. And then when he opens his mouth, you go, what are we learning about today? And then the idea was, oh, we're learning about the legislative branch.
Hey, adios.
Now, you might be wondering, why did we cut out 2 sets of eyes? The second set of eyes, you don't need this line. And quite honestly, you can move it around. You can make this face a little closer. And you can glue this right here. Alright, after this, I'm going to press pause on the video so I can help you guys out. And we're going to catch up. Alright. Right. See this? Open up. And it's still a work in progress. We're getting there.
Go away.